Hi everybody, I'm Dorian. I'm here with my best friend Aleron. I'm super excited to interview him. I've been waiting to do this, so I'm thankful that you are here doing this with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. Today we are going to be talking about perseverance, goals, food, and culture. So we're going to jump right into it. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So first of all, again, I'm so happy to have you on Fountainized. I know how busy you are, so I appreciate you taking the time out to do this. We have been friends for nearly a decade. Do you remember what year we met?
I think 2018.
Okay, yeah, March 2018. It's just crazy, one of the things that's so big on Fountainized is reflection. And when you think about like the different people in your life and how long they've been in your life, and you have been someone who has been such a consistent friend, so I really thank you, and it means so much to me, so thank you, friend. You have a daily motto of, I'm going to actually let you say it. You send it to me, but it is very inspiring, and I want them to know what it is.
So stay positive, work hard, make it happen.
Stay positive, work hard, make it happen. When did this come to your mind? When did you feel like this was something that you wanted to share?
I'll say sometime at the start of this year, like when things started to get a little out of control, like work started being a little bit overwhelming, just the state of the world that's happening right now. So there's a lot of stress, like at home, at work, and everywhere. So it's just a motto just to keep me going, so I don't think about things that are out of my control and just focus on things that are in my control.
Absolutely. I love that because, mental health has always been important, but we talk about mental health a lot more. And I think when you're speaking positivity in your life, or it's something that you can see, you're writing down, you're sharing it on your Snap or wherever, like that begins to replay. And you say this every day, it's become a part of you. So I love you and really commend you for doing that and for keeping that alive. That's really important. What is your message? I want to talk a little bit about perseverance. What is your message on perseverance in the year 2026?
Say do your best, hold yourself accountable to something. Again, just going a little bit back, like don't worry about things out of your control. Focus on what you can do, and what you're focusing on, make sure you're doing it with the absolute, like the best that you can, right? Like don't half-ass it. Do it for the sake of doing it for yourself, for improvement, for growth, right?
Yes, I love that. What are some of the things that have helped you specifically?
In terms of like getting perseverance or like working towards self-improvement?
Perseverance.
I think just a daily reminder, like something that I started again as well earlier this year was I just got a board, just put my goals, put what I want to do, what I want to achieve.
Yeah.
Like the first 3 or 4 will just be things that I want to achieve in the next couple of months, and the last 2 or 3 will be like stretch goals. Like at the end of the year, I want to do like X, Y, Z, right? So just something stupid was by the end of the year, I just want to learn a little bit of French. So which I'm doing right now, right? Like because I'm doing a little bit of Duolingo, like at least 10 minutes every day.
That's
something
so
simple, something simple, something easy, just so it's personal growth, so self-growth. So not just going to work, coming back, cooking and sleeping. Like I just don't want that to be my routine. I just want some growth, right? So
I love that. I love that you said that because for a lot of people, that is their routine, So the 10% rule, even if you're doing 10 minutes a day on Duolingo, that's something, right? Sometimes we kind of map out these really big expectations for us, like, oh, I have to do this week. But maybe, like for example, I want to go to the gym 5 times a week, but maybe I only go 2. Or maybe I only go once, but you did it. You did something. And I'm a firm believer in every little bit of progress is progress. It all adds up. So I really love that you said that. You also said something else I thought about, putting things on a board. Are you a believer in vision boards? Is this something you've implemented in your life?
I am, right? And I can actually see that because it helps me hold myself accountable, right? Because it's right now it's in front of me in my bedroom, so the minute I wake up and look at that board, I'm like, oh, okay. And then when I go to sleep, I can see that, right? So, for example, have I done 3 walks, just 3 exercises, 3 workouts in a week? Have I studied at least 10 minutes a day? And I look at that board, I'm like, oh, shoot, I forgot to do my Duolingo, so I'll go back to do it, right? It's these small little things to me, it just helps a lot. Like
Mhm.
just looking at that and having a board.
Yeah, and those aren't small things because I mean, I think I remember hearing a quote or listening to an interview with Kelly Rowland, and she said, "Don't little anybody's anything." And I think for you, like it might feel small, but it really is a big accomplishment. Like it just speaks to. I mean, sometimes we limit ourselves and we aren't aware of all that we can do. So I think piece by piece, the more that you are persistent and you are able to continue to persevere and do new things. So I love that. I want to ask you. Well, this year has been a lot. I think a lot of people feel that way. I think we're just in a space where things are so uncertain, unprecedented, uncomfortable. Does faith play a role in your daily life? And if so, how?
It does, right? Something about it just makes you, what's the right word? Just makes you feel peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just grounds you, right? Not to get lost with what is happening in the world. To me, like just going to church or just saying a prayer to at the end of the day just calms me a little bit. It might just be a personal preference to me, but it's something that I find relaxing. It's therapeutic for some reason.
Yeah, it definitely is therapeutic. I love it. I think one of the things that really gets me through is not just like praying out loud or praying with someone or when maybe it's expected, but just like in my head sometimes. Like sometimes there's a lot of things that we have to face by ourselves. So when it's like you just have that moment in your faith and you can just connect, like you said, it's almost like a therapy session. So I really love that. So this is the last question for this particular section. What message do you have for your current and future self?
Would be my motto again, right? Like stay positive, work hard, make it happen.
Yeah.
But I would also add to it like don't regret.
Don't regret.
Right? Again, things out of your control. What you can do. So focus on what you can do, and make sure you're always trying to improve and better yourself. Right?
I once wrote a song. You can smile. Baby, don't let anything hold you down. Don't cling to regret. So hearing you say that is very full circle. Okay, so I want to move to the next part of this episode where we talk about goals. By the way, that has to be the name of your episode. Stay positive,
Right?
work hard, make it happen. Can you tell them?
Stay positive, work hard, make it happen.
Stay positive, work hard, make it happen. Yeah, that's definitely the name of this episode. I love it. All right, so when we are talking about goals, I feel like there is a trend, or there was a trend at one period. People were like, or would comment, right? Goals, or even we say it sometimes. It becomes this trendy thing. Goals. Whether that's a couple I'm looking at, whether that's a dream house, whether that is skincare, we'll say goals. But sometimes people aren't doing what they need to do to implement those goals, so it just becomes talk. What are some of the things that you're doing to accomplish your personal goals?
We'll go back to my vision board and my board, right?
Yes.
Like, so just, again, planning short-term goals, long-term goals, and stretch goals, right? Like how do I, not just writing it down, but also like sitting down and thinking, how do I get there?
Yeah.
Right? I think that time to introspect and figure out what went well this week, what didn't go well, and why did not go well, right? Not just pushing it under the rug, just forgetting about it, but focusing on why it didn't go well or what could I have done to make it go better. I think that's a very key thing that I'm trying to learn and is very important, helping me reach my goals, right?
Yes. Do you believe it's important to have some sort of routine when it comes to accomplishing those goals?
I would say absolutely, right? Because discipline builds character. At least that's what I believe in, right?
Yes.
Because you'll just, I don't know, like for example, I know most of the people do this, right? Like at the start of New Year, they're like, yeah, I'm going to go to the gym. But within 2 months, they stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I myself am a victim of that as well, right? Because I used to do that as well. I started to go, yeah, this year I'm going to go 8 or 9 months out of 12 to the gym. I'll work out, get fitter, and then you just lose track of time.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of making it more rigid, like make it more fun, right? Like I'm gonna go to the gym and I'll just work out 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes, even if it's just cardio, but I'm getting that exercise done, right? I think making your goals more fun rather than it being too rigid is a better approach.
I love that, making your goals more fun, because there's already so much in life that we take so seriously. Well, a lot of things in life that we have to take seriously as well. So when you are making your personal journey more of a fun approach, it's something that you want to do. I think that's also true to food. If we think about like our health, right, health and fitness, we think about the things that we eat. It's like, I know I shouldn't be eating this, but I really don't want to eat this healthy thing. It's like, you don't have to take away everything that you love. It's just find a good balance, you know? So it sounds like you, and me knowing you personally, I know you have a good balance. You know, that's really important, because sometimes we can be really a little harsh and think that, or feel like things have to be done one way. And it's like, if it's not done that way, then I screwed up and I can't start over until this time. And it's like, no, you can start over whenever you want. And the beautiful thing about it is you can start over as many times as you need, right? So I love that. Have fun with your goals. What has been one of your biggest accomplishments, and what are you looking forward to in the near future?
Biggest accomplishments? That's tough to think. Let me see. Probably, I don't know, maybe for my personal goal, it would be probably lose weight, I guess. Because I was like 190 pounds, or 195 pounds. And then in a year, I lost almost 40 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. But that being said, it wasn't like I was, like, obviously I was working out more. I was working out 5 times a week. But I was also eating what I wanted. Mm-hmm. But it was, again, all in moderation, right? Like, one day I want to eat something sweet, I want to go crazy, it's fine. But the next 4 or 5 days, it's like you eat balanced, healthy meals, right? So it's not about giving up things, but it's about moderating and controlling. Everything's balanced, as you said earlier, right? So I had, like, fitness has become more of a fun journey for me, right? Because I still eat, I still go out, I still, you know, on the weekends I have my sinful day or multiple cheat days, right? But on the weekdays I cook my food, I eat my food, I make sure I know what I'm eating, right? I'm trying to eat more cleaner foods as well, right? So that's something I'm really proud of. Yeah, because it was a struggle at first, but now it's more fun, right? I look forward to it.
I really love and respect that. I know that there can be a lot of pressure that a lot of people face when it comes to their weight loss, or something I heard Lizzo say, which I really love how this was worded, but weight release journey. I thought that was beautiful. But one thing I really admire is people are outspoken about what works for them. What works for you might not work for me. That, whether that's diet, the fitness routine, it's like we all have to find our connection with it and what works for us, and finding that balance too. So that's amazing. So the world, once again, it's in a really tricky space, and it's difficult for people to meet their basic needs. What would you say to someone who still has goals and dreams, but has lost hope due to the times we're experiencing?
I think when you've lost hope, never forget you're not alone, right? Reach out to your family, reach out to your brother, or reach out to your cousin, reach out to your childhood friend, right? Because they know you better than you know yourself. And then just small little words of encouragement will go a long way, right? I think we just take family or our relationships or our connections for granted. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot that they can do for you, right? And they don't know if you're going through a hard time if you don't speak up or say, right? So don't think you're alone, right? It could just be a simple message or just a 5-minute call. Personally, to me, that's worked a lot. That's helped a lot. And I'd highly recommend that as well, right? Just reach out to people who you're close to.
Yeah, that goes a long way, you know. I know, speaking in personal experience, I have been one who's like, I don't want to reach out because I don't want to bother this person, or they're not going to really understand, or I've written about this in song, but you feel like you have to be the strong friend, you have to be the strong one, and so essentially mask yourself because you don't want other people to know that you're going through a rough patch. But we're human. We're all going to go through those rough patches. We're all going to have those times where we just need somebody to lean on. So, you know, don't be afraid to reach out. I love it. Do you? Oh, you told me you do have a vision board. See, you were ahead of the game. I love, and I gotta say this. Like, I gotta get back on my vision. Okay, I will say this. I gotta get back on my vision board, but I have a manifestation jar, and I have not been writing in it as much as I think about what I want to put in it. Does that make sense? Like, I'll think about what I want to put in it all the time, but then I won't actually write it down, which I'm gonna change. That's a goal of mine.
Alright.
But for me, a manifestation jar, it could be as simple as I want to one day I want to live in San Diego. That's something I'm manifesting. My manifestation jar was one of the things was I want to buy my mom a house, right? So I'll just put these different things in this jar, and essentially like these are some prayers that I am reminding myself of. You know, so that's kind of acted as like a vision thing for me. So maybe that might work for some people, a manifestation jar. Okay, so that was the last question for goals. Thank you, Aleron. I want to move on to food and culture. Since I've known you, you have been a big lover of food, which I love. I think that's great. I want to know, first of all, talk to me about your culture and some of the things you're proud of. Before we get into this food portion, tell me just a little bit about your culture, whatever you want to share.
Like in terms of food or?
And just the culture itself. If you want to add some things about food, feel free. But I think I just want like if I'm asking about like your culture, like your background, like what would you share?
Got it. Okay. So I mean, I come from a town or a city in probably more a state in India. It's called Goa. And the cool thing about it is it's slightly different. Or the food or the cuisine that you get there is very different from the rest of the Indian food, right? And in the sense that they're the only cuisine in India that uses more vinegar-based and fermented and overnight, like soaked overnight and marinated overnight kind of food. Whereas the rest of India generally just has more of a fresh food or curry-based that does not include vinegar, right? And Goa as well has a lot of Portuguese-influenced cuisine because they were, at least back in the colonial days, they were under the Portuguese rule, right? So there's a lot of Portuguese-influenced Indian dishes, and that's what Goan cuisine is, right? So, for example, meats are marinated in vinegar, soaked overnight, and that adds in a lot of flavor, a lot of punch. But we also do add in like a lot of spices as well, right? So it's amazing. I love Goan food. To me, that's my favorite food for cuisine all across, right? And I have had a lot of cuisines. I'm not being biased per se. Like I'm someone who loves spice, but to me, like. And the Goan food is just hits on a whole nother level.
Ooh, now I want to try Goan food?
Yeah.
I want to try it now. I just had Persian for the first time this year. And the one when I went to this restaurant, I think it was called don't give me the line, the Persian something in Scottsdale.
Okay.
But it was so good. And this is something they do. They take the bread and they take a little bit of butter and some mint. And they just eat it like that, or just the bread mint and white onion. It was so good. Have you had Persian food?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. The other part of me, like I was born and raised in the Middle East, right? So, like Persian food, Middle Eastern food, Mediterranean food is comfort food for me because that hits like home as well.
Yeah, so good. It was just chef's kiss.
Yeah. Simple but so good.
Yeah, it was. And I was looking at the different things that, like, I had rice with, Delano's had raisins, and then mine had, like, green beans. And I'm not a huge fan of green beans, but the way that it was prepped was really good. Like, they had, like, these little vegan meatballs, and, but Goa food is I'm going to have to add that to the list, because that sounds delicious. All right. What are some of your favorite traditions, just like in your culture, like generally speaking? Some of your favorite things, maybe even some of your favorite moments, whether this is like a celebration or maybe a dish you eat at a certain time of the year.
I'd say in terms of traditions, probably it would be more around like festivals or religious events, right? For example, Christmas or Easter. Right, the whole family gets along together. There'd be like a big, massive, like feast. Actually, feast is the right word, right? Because it would go all day. It's a ton of food, a ton of drinks. everyone's just merrymaking, just dancing, and then my family would always, like some of them are really good musicians, so they just get the guitar, just play along, and we would just sing, just have merrymaking outside, sing, dance. Very peaceful, very nice, amazing food, amazing drinks, and yeah, everyone gets together, right? So the kids just playing games as well. We would play a lot of card games when we were smaller, so that was something that we really look forward to. Because usually at these events or feasts is when everyone gets together, right? Otherwise, everyone's busy in their own world, doing their own things, with their own jobs, and this is how it is currently, right?
Yeah. Those just sound like some really precious moments, you know, that community, that time with your loved ones, and everyone's eating, and there's laughs and playing outside, and I love it. I love what you just described. We need more of that, so that sounds beautiful. What are some of your favorite foods, and are there any foods you haven't tried that you're looking forward to trying?
Favorite foods. Again, I'm gonna be biased, so it's gonna be go-in food for me. So it's just gonna be a simple like fish curry rice, but marinated in this spice mix called rechado. So it's more of a chili. It's like a red paste, which just makes it a little spicy. It's really good, and it goes really well with like a coconut shrimp curry, and like a boiled rice. It's very simple, super tasty, spicy, but also very healthy at the same time. But it's like any day, that would be like my meal all day, any day, for the rest of my life. If that was gonna be my only meal for the rest of my life.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And that sounds delicious.
Rechado.
Rechado. I like. That's a spice.
It's a red spicy paste.
All right. I like the names of these things. Goa, Rechado. Like, wow. I love the names of these things, and I look forward to trying Goa food because I mean, the way you're describing it, it just all sounds really good. Okay, this one, I wonder if you might have kind of answered it a little bit. Well, what is your favorite or a favorite dish that you've had thus far? What's like, maybe was it that curry rice with the fish, or is there something else that's like above that?
I think. Does it include desserts?
It can.
This is tough. I think I'll stick with the fish and rice.
The fish and rice. Yeah. All right. Lastly, a must-have food in your culture.
I would say personally, like I'm a big fan of like meat and curry. So there's this dish called shakoti, which is a spicier brown curry, but it's more coconut based, and it goes really well with mutton. So like mutton shakoti and a rice dish called pulao is so good. Like that would generally be like our treats on the weekend, like how most people have like Sunday roast or Popeye. Like we used to have like pulao, mutton shakoti, and that would be so good.
Wow. Again, the most beautiful names of these foods. I know somebody who loves mutton. Okay, so I think I'm gonna, well, right now it's called the Fountainized Favorites. And so I want to eventually have like a rapid fire kind of thing happen with this segment where you just answer as quickly as you can.
Okay.
So we can try that.
All right.
But if you come across a question where you're like, maybe that's a little deeper or I really got to think about it, don't worry about the rapid fire. This is just for fun. So this is a little more light, fun-hearted questions just for the Fountainized friends to get to know you. So this is the last part of our episode, and here we go. So describe the state of the world in one word.
Sad.
Favorite thing to drink?
Tea.
Tea. Okay, actually, see, I'm gonna slow it down. Is it sweet? Is it unsweetened? Is it?
I would say
tea. Is it cold, iced, or?
It'll be hot tea, but the spiced hot tea, right? So add a little bit of ginger, cardamom, clove, nutmeg.
All right.
Cinnamon. Yeah.
Delicious. Delicious. What is your dream job or dream role?
A dream role, like I always wanted to open like my own cafe, like be a barista, have my own cafe, and just play like lo-fi, chill hop music. It's a very nice, chill setting by the beach. It's always been a dream of mine. Yeah.
Wow, I mean something awesome. Favorite ocean animal? Speaking of the beach.
I would say clownfish.
Okay. Favorite song right now?
That's a tough one. I would say more of the lo-fi genre. It's not.
Lo-fi genre. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I like lo-fi too. What do you feel like your purpose is in life?
I don't know. I'm figuring that out, to be honest. But I'm trying not to focus on what it is. I'm trying to enjoy the journey.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that's a word. Childhood hero growing up. So whether this is an actual public figure or if this was more of a fictional character.
Fictional? I would say more fictional character. But it would be. It changed over time. Initially, it was Batman. Just like the cool tech, he was super smart. But he was also like away, like always working in the shadows, trying to make sure things went well for the city. So that's what I pretty much like. Yeah.
All right, Batman. Favorite time of day?
I would say currently or previously.
Both.
I mean, now I've grown older, so a few times a day would probably be like at 6 o'clock or 7 a.m. where I make my morning tea or morning coffee. Just having that first sip of that tea or coffee, I don't know, for now, the older I've gotten, that just feels so good.
Yeah, I love that. Favorite school subject?
I would say history.
History, all right. Favorite place to go?
The beach.
Yes, me too. Something you find hilarious?
Old people trying to figure out technology.
Yeah, I love that one because they're just like, how do you do it? Describe yourself in 3 words.
Glutton at heart.
What?
Glutton at heart.
Well, that's 3 words. Yep, glutton at heart. That is hilarious. Aleron, is there anything that you want to say to those who are watching this episode? Is there anything you have coming up or just a message you want to share before we conclude our episode?
I mean, I'll just reinforce, right? Stay positive,
Stay positive.
Work hard, make it happen. And I'll just add 2 more things to it, right? Hold yourself accountable, right? And don't regret.
Yes, I love it. Aleron, thank you so much. For those of you who don't know, last year Aleron was one of my honorees at the Fountainized Extravaganza. He's been, like I said, I've known him for a decade and he's just one of my best friends. And I just really adore him. And I just want to say I'm so proud of you and everything that you're doing. You work so hard. You make ish happen. And I'm just really thankful that you took the time out to do Fountainized. So thank you, Aleron. And thank you all for watching. Until next time, bye.
Bye-bye.